electromagnetic pulse, or EMP, keeps currents through electronic circuits, creating chaos. All over the southern hemisphere, emails and texts from the north suddenly stop. The interconnected world is beginning to unravel. In Sydney, Australia, an international banker loses connection with her colleague on Wall Street. In Santiago, Chile, a businessman is cut off from a video conference call based in Moscow. In the northern hemisphere, where the war has begun, there's widespread turmoil. Faced with unexpected questions. The pilot of a passenger jet Brussels, Belgium.
Except a lot of the electrical
as the world Russia's EMP disruption. Unable to land. Submarines. The US and Russia have missiles both on subs and on land. Land missiles are based deep in the heartland of each country. And while both sides have them in silos, these weapons are designed to kill and destroy.
If you make the rocket very large, nuclear warheads very small.
Each one in 1945.
You're going to have something in your from both countries. Nuclear war in fact, weapons and vice versa. So whoever you leave the weapon in the silo. The first signs that we
Planet Earth erupts into nuclear war. For every person, the global conflict becomes we want to dream. Come to its senses and hold the beginning of our fight. These
are cities that have important military and civilian leadership and command structure in them. Washington. Devastating consequences. The destruction that happened. And those were
was only 3% allows for
most likely target.
targeted for ground bursts. Executive shelters.
If you want to set up a ground burst in
The Russian White House. Exactly on target. 5 feet tall, crumbles.
The marble and granite blocks of the Washington Monument will break apart under high pressure.
You said you were bringing me a car to restore.
This is the car. Well, most of it.
We need to make money fast, so we're going to turn a $500 rust bucket into a dream ride. I've got...
That you don't get hit instantly. You will still be blinded because the flash of light is extraordinary, and it will just put your retinas right out.
The blindness only lasts a few minutes, but these people won't live long enough to get their sight.
One ground burst explosion in the sea, about 300,000 people would be killed. Explosions going off all over the city.
Russian bombs hit Washington. The U.S., Britain, and France got knocked down into the U.S. It's not just boom, yeah, it's boom, 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 boom. Chaos, disorder, death, destruction. While the U.S. and Russian capitals are going up in flames, billions of people at the American Embassy in Tokyo, agents find some governments together. They must either join the fight or fire. The war between the U.S. and Russia rages on.
Will include nuclear storage sites, industries that support the nuclear war.
For cities like Philadelphia, where people are still unaware that a war is underway. The carnage is massive. Across the Atlantic Ocean, warheads now aim at America's allies. In Brussels, 3 miles away, the airport is also destroyed.
Blast! Puzzle games! Play now!
A large jetliner needs over a mile of runway to land. If there are no runways,
find out. If they are outside target city, can they survive? Is any place on Earth safe? Consider the unthinkable. A nuclear war spreads across the world. Is everyone doomed? Will someone survive? Across the U.S., Russia, outside the initial strike zones, from Siberia to southern Italy, people run to take shelter. In Kansas, America's heartland, survive a unique high-end survival bunker. From the remains of a silo, and apparently as a community can live for 5 years and go to a work.
Possible to imagine creating a bunker where people can live for 5 years.
But not everyone in America's Midwest has access to underground bunkers. Those without are in peril. As more than 400 Russian warheads begin detonating in powerful ground bursts to destroy missile sites buried deep under the surface.
Ground bursts are the worst for nuclear fallout because you're exploding something mixed in with the dirt and it gets launched out into the air.
Excuse me.
The deadly radioactive clouds begin drifting toward population centers. Whiteman Air Force Base.
If you want the maximum destruction, you have an airburst. You detonate the nuclear weapon above a city, and then it creates this massive shock.
mile-wide blast zone stands the 2,000-year-old sea.
It's built of unreinforced concrete. It's just going to get blown to dust. It will be 500-mile-an-hour winds that will then just scatter this dust.
Less than 1 nuclear in history. And worse, the missiles now where the only goal is to bombs in Japan. What if face of the earth, as almost 2,000 others nuclear mushrooms scar the landscapes of the U.S., Europe, and Russia. Most survivors into a blinding fear. Populated. No place to go. Ruins of Moscow.
Excuse me.
Sound waves moving at 770 miles
Excuse me.
over the next few hours. People all over the world, in cities that haven't been by the sound of distant nuclear strikes from hours ago. For those not instantly killed in the initial assaults, survival takes presence of mind. Put aside the hate. Stay inside, but take care of your own. 70 survivors in a well-provisioned bunker. To defend themselves from outsiders. But what if the unexpected
Some sort of episode. All of the different contingencies. Because if there's one comes up that is unsolvable, you're losing those 7 people.
Meanwhile, there are survivors in the air too. As vessels burn, a passenger heads north towards Hemingson, hoping that his insignificant
The pilot has actually really good. Remember the miracle on the bus. Artificial intelligence are actually really good.
pilot eases the jet down on the river shelf. For the moment, the passengers and crew are safe. The nuclear ashes is only just beginning. An eerie pause comes over the planet as the horror sinks in. The remaining nuclear weapons, mostly on submarines and mobile launchers, will take at least 2 days to reach their launch positions. Widespread.
Submarines that are hiding in the oceans can survive.
As the war expands worldwide, a Russian naval commander finds a opportunity to Southern Pacific. An American aircraft carrier docked in Australia. The Russian commander launches a nuclear-filled cruise missile to take it out. The carrier and its 6,000 crew members were instantly vaporized.